Hello Aquarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your April reading for the second half of the month from the 16th all the way through the 30th. General advice as always. So this is part one of your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'll be pulling from the Pining Rose Twin Flame Ascension deck by Calico Moon, as well as the Angels of Romance Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And lastly, we'll be pulling from the Unspoken Messages Volume 2 deck by Fire Witch Tarot. And I'll, of course, clarify with my tarot decks. So let's get into it, Aquarius, and see what it is that you need to know heading into the second half of the month. All right, when it comes to you and the person that you're focused on, it does not have to be a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the deck. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight here. Second half of April. Here we go. My brain is still focused on the first half of April. This is definitely focused on the second half. All right, so somebody's fantasizing about you, or you could be fantasizing about someone as well. Let's grab a couple more cards and see what else. Ooh, we've got the Divine Masculine card coming through. That, of course, can have a couple of interpretations as well, because if you are Divine Feminine watching for a masculine, it could be clarifying for you that yes, your Divine Masculine is still thinking about you, still fantasizing about you. Some of those fantasies could, of course, be very sexual in nature, but not necessarily. And if you happen to be Divine Masculine watching for a feminine, this could be clarifying that your feminine is fantasizing about you, Divine Masculine. So it really depends, okay? Let's grab one more card here, and then we'll clarify with some tarot. For Aquarius, we have distraction. So part of the reason why somebody would be fantasizing about you is because they're not with you in the 3D sense, okay? They're fantasizing about you more than likely in the 5D. They could be having dreams about you. There could be some telepathic communication going on here, certainly. Part of this distraction energy might represent a tower moment, okay? Because it's that type of destructive type energy that's coming through, very chaotic. So what happened there? And then I'm taking a look at the bottom of the deck. We've got blocked. Take that if it makes sense. If you blocked this person, maybe on social media, so they're unable to reach out to you in the 3D world, and therefore they're reaching out to you more than likely energetically, spiritually, through their fantasies. So let's grab some insight here. I'll be pulling from my Tanielu Tarot here to clarify these messages. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius for the second half of April. All right, so this could be where you're both at as well, thinking about each other, you know, wondering what life is like for the other person. Whoops, and I have cards flying on the floor. Let me grab them. And I'm going to pick them up the way they fell. Okay, so here they are. The Nine of Cups. Wishes fulfilled. That's perhaps what it is that they're fantasizing about. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is known to be very generous. Yes, very down to earth, very maternal energy. It's interesting how the feminine is right next to the Divine Masculine card right there. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which really is all about teamwork and collaboration in the partnership. But we do have this distraction here, which could be an indication that there actually was no teamwork going on, which could be telling us that perhaps the Divine Masculine here was distracted by somebody else, and therefore we might have a Divine Feminine who might have blocked the masculine for that very reason. Let's see what else here. And sometimes the threes in tarot can represent a third person, a third party. That could have been the distraction. So take that if it applies for your situation here. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, which can represent financial independence for either of you or both of you. So maybe financially you guys are doing well in that regard. But the Nine of Pentacles is also a card of independence and being solo. Solo in the sense that maybe if you have blocked this person, maybe right now you're single or you're choosing to be single at this point in time, maybe by choice, okay? And just focusing perhaps on yourself right now. Whatever these wishes are pertaining to, you know, it doesn't necessarily just have to focus on your love life, Aquarius. Part of these wishes could have something to do with your career, your other relationships, not necessarily just romantic. Sometimes, and you know, obviously if this is a part of the interpretation for some of you, the Nine of Cups can represent somebody who tends to overindulge perhaps in alcohol, drinking too much, numbing their feelings, you know, so whoever is able to resonate with it, that could have also been an issue and part of the distraction. We do have the Five of Cups coming through as well. Some disappointments here for sure, which is why more than likely you guys are at a distance from one another. Again, if you guys were together and if everything was great and if there were no distractions, there would be no need to fantasize, because you would actually be living out your dreams, living out your fantasies with this person in real time in the 3D world. But I'm just ultimately feeling here that that's not what's going on. Part of these disappointments from the Five of Cups has caused somebody to feel lots of regrets here. And I can't help but feel in this instance it might be the Divine Masculine, since we do have the masculine card and it's right between fantasizing and distraction. But bottom of the deck we do have the Chariot. Now some of you guys could be focused on a Cancer individual. You could have Cancer in your chart. This can still represent triumph and success as far as the eventual outcome for this partnership, but you guys have a ways to go. You have a bit of a longer journey before you guys can get here, I feel. And that takes effort from both people. Somebody's going to have to take action to be able to fix whatever issues you guys might have dealt with. And then we do have the Queen of Swords coming in with some pretty clear boundaries here. So Divine Feminine, this is a part of your energy, and you might have detached from your Divine Masculine here because of that distraction, whatever that might imply. But things can still turn around. Okay, we do have some changes that are necessary, changes that are on their way for you. And through these changes, whatever that is, perhaps whatever bad karma this distraction might have represented, the Wheel of Fortune is here to replace that, or to be able to open up a new chapter for you and your person, because things can still turn around. Whatever you guys might have gone through, that is not the end of that story, I feel. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional insight here from the Angels of Romance Oracle. So if this resonates with you, if you want to watch the rest of it, the extended, that is available on my Patreon page. And just a reminder that channel memberships are now available if you'd like to participate in the live streams that we will eventually start doing once we have enough members to participate. Okay, so let's grab some insight from here, Aquarius. Let's see what else. All right, so we do have Heaven Sent coming forward. Dreams came true when I met you. So you still represent that dream come true, Aquarius. Maybe you feel the same way, that this person was heaven sent to love you. That something clearly happened here that was a distraction, whether that's a third party, some trust issues in the partnership, some challenges that came your way. Yeah, see, we've got regrets coming through, thinking of the past and wishing things went differently. So remember, you know, one of the tarot messages that came forward, if I can actually find it here, is the Nine of Cups. So through their regrets, they really are wishing that you guys can overcome this. They really do wish that things could be differently. It could go differently, you know, so we'll see if that's possible. And then this is the next card. We have hopeful, spiritual healing, rekindling of love. They want that. They would love to be able to rekindle this partnership with you. So let's grab some insight here. Before we do that, let's grab some words, some dialogue to go along with that. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Aquarius. What do they want to say to you? This could even be something that you want to say to them, you know, especially if you guys haven't spoken in a while. So what is it that perhaps you guys want to say to each other through these words here, unspoken messages? I wanted to believe this was false love, but I heard the angels whisper, they're the one. So maybe we have a situation here, and that's why they have so many regrets, wishing things could have been differently. Maybe they didn't believe in the love connection. Perhaps feeling like, you know what, I think there's someone else out there for me. Maybe they didn't believe that this was actually the one for them, this partnership. But through their own angel guidance, come to find out you actually are the one. We also have, I've had premonitions of our past lives together. So they could be picking up off of the fact that you guys might have connected in a past life, and maybe when you connected in this lifetime. The way I see that, when people reconnect, it's almost like there's that sense of familiarity. Like you've known each other before, and that could be a reality for some of you guys, an instant attraction. You might have even asked each other, hey, you know, have we met before? Because it seems so familiar. And that's because more than likely you guys have connected in a past life. And lastly, I pay attention to song lyrics just to hear if they resonate with us. So they're listening to songs that remind them of you, of the connection. And you could possibly be doing the same thing too. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'm going to pull from my Valentine Connection Tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius for the second half of April. We know they've got regrets, but they're still hopeful that you guys can rekindle this partnership. Do you feel the same? We do have the Six of Wands, which is great. So this is possibly confirming here that you recognize that within yourself, that this is the one for you. It hasn't been a perfect journey. It hasn't been an easy one. But maybe you feel the same way, that this is the person that's been heaven sent to love you. Maybe you see them as a dream come true also, which could ultimately have hurt you deeply due to trust issues and possible infidelities and some of the challenges that you guys have been through. But the Six of Wands represents a victorious energy, that you guys, despite what you've been through, can still be very successful in this union. And then look at the next card right here. We've got the Two of Cups. Maybe you feel like this person is your soulmate. They are the one for you. They have such huge regrets because they now recognize that you really are the one for them. You're the one that they want to be able to share their life with. So they can't help but focus on those memories that you guys have shared together. They listen to songs and they reminisce, and they feel very nostalgic. They want to be able to rekindle the romance. And you guys might just be able to do that. We've got the Ace of Wands right here, giving you guys the potential for this partnership to continue to develop and to grow and to perhaps be better than how it was before. So allow those old cycles to complete. It's time to let the past be the past, let it remain where it is, and perhaps welcome in a much better future with this connection through a new beginning and a new chapter for the two of you. It's up to you, of course, what you choose to decide to do with that. But when it comes to the person that you're thinking about, they really do want to reconnect with you. It's clearly indicated here that they've got a lot of regrets how things unfolded or ended between the two of you. All right, so I'll leave part 1 here. If it resonates with you, let's head on over to Patreon and continue this story and see where this is going to go. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. We have lies. I'm tough. I'm independent. I don't need anyone. I certainly don't need you. Your love, your touch, your kiss. None of that ever meant anything to me. My life is sunshine and rainbows each and every day. Who the hell needs the kind of love that you and I shared anyway? Guess what? They do. But they didn't realize this until after you said goodbye.